The story begins not with the wasteland of today, but here, in the engine room of Zurich. It is the 1920s. This is a city defined by soot, machinery, and a distinct separation of classes. The air is thick, the work is hard, and the landscape is dominated by the relentless rhythm of industry. Here, in 1929, a structure rises from the grime, the Hardturmstadion. It was not built as a public utility for the masses, but as a fortress. This was the home of the Grasshopper Club Zurich. Founded in 1886, they represented the Gold Coast, the wealthy elite, who viewed sport strictly as a gentleman's pursuit. The stadium is their cathedral, a physical manifestation of their dominance over the city's cultural life, a place where the bourgeoisie could look down upon the pitch and the city itself. But the narrative here is one of fragility. In 1933, the club installs floodlights, a technological marvel of the era that promised a new age of evening entertainment. The future seemed bright. Yet, less than a year later, the structure is consumed by fire. Mere hours after a match against West Ham United, the destruction is absolute. The wooden stands are reduced to charcoal. Crucially, the fire does not just take the timber, it incinerates the club's archives. This event is sociologically profound. The club loses its documented memory. From this moment on, the physical ground of the Hardturm becomes the sole repository of the club's identity. Without papers, the soil becomes sacred. This is why, nearly a century later, the fans display an almost religious attachment to the site. But the architect of resurrection prevails. The stadium rises again. 1954, the World Cup. We witness the sensory overload of the era, the roar of 27,500 spectators, a capacity that would never be matched again. Here, Austria secures a victory over Uruguay, cementing the Hardturm's place in global football history. However, the seed of destruction is planted even in these glory years. The history of this site is cyclical. In June 1968, fire returns to claim the main stand once more, necessitating yet another reconstruction. It is a venue that refuses to die. But by the turn of the millennium, resilience is no longer enough. The infrastructure, built for a different era, begins to rot. Capacity dwindles from 27,000 down to 16,000 due to new regulations. The cathedral transforms into a financial liability. September 1st, 2007. The finissage. The final whistle blows on a melancholic affair. A loss to Neuchâtel Xamax. The fans leave, tearing out seats as souvenirs, stripping the carcass of the beast they loved. December 2008. The excavators arrive to tear the soul out of Zurich West. They leave a 40,000 square meter void. We are left with the silence of the empty lot, unaware that the silence will last for nearly 20 years, birthing a new, chaotic ecosystem.